And if you had some advice to give your 19-year-old self, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, pretty much this whole conversation. Listen to this conversation with Jackie and Amy again about making yourself happy and not worrying so damn much what other people think, and that you have got to keep yourself in the equation of your priorities, and not feeling guilty about it. And most of all, to somehow find the courage to truly be who you are, no matter what pushback you're getting, even if it's from people very close to you. And that can hurt sometimes. Like if family members or people that you look up to or are important to you are really not encouraging your uniqueness to come through and to live, that somehow you've got to do it anyway and fight for it anyway, because, we come into this earth alone. We are independent souls. We're all one, but we're still an independent soul. And you're going to leave this earth alone. And at the end of the day, you have to be who you really are, not what other people want you to be, even if it's for good intentions, even if they have good intentions and they think they know what's best for you. You have to be you and be you as soon as you can, because you're going to be a lot happier. And you'll find your people. You'll find your people, because like finds like.
That's great advice.
It's the truth. That's what I wish I knew, because I'm doing it now at 52. And I still got a ways to go, but I'm doing it now. And, and it's not going to always be easy. That's for sure. You might be alone for a while. And as women, you have to be okay with being alone. And remember, you're not really alone, but you have to, because until you're super clear on who you are and what you're about and what you want, all that, a relationship can never work. It just can't work, because you're changing too much. And who you are today is going to be different 5 years from now. So how are you going to be in a marriage for a lifetime when you're not even the same person, or you don't even know who the hell you are, or you're being who you thought everybody wanted you to be. And then all of a sudden you start finding your true self as you mature and you're a different person, So that's why I feel like it really starts with finding out and having the courage to be who you really are. And that might require you to stand alone for a while and to suffer a little bit as you find your people and you find your feet and you find your way. But that is going to make you stronger, and it's going to give you more conviction, and it's going to give you more depth and more self-trust and more self independence to stand and withstand and attract people worthy of you. So it's a necessary growing pain to get to the ultimate prize.
Growing pain. Yeah. And it is a pain because everybody wants to be in the box so they don't stand out. Don't know, right?
Yeah. And they don't want to be in pain, so they don't want to grow through it. But you got to grow through it and go through it. And like I tell people too, you're suffering either way, right? You're suffering because you're not doing it, and you're afraid of suffering because of the growing pain of breaking out and doing it. So you're going to suffer either way. You might as well pick the one that's going to get you somewhere, rather than spinning the same tape of suffering and just being stuck, right?
And I think it's quite exhilarating when you take the other one, when you take the road that that you're scared to take, right? There's a lot of good that comes just from this experience, doing this podcast, walking through fear. It's very liberating.
Agreed. Yeah. It's for, like you, the podcast for me was unanticipated, and but has been a revelation for me and a new shot in the arm of inspiration and motivation for me, this new direction. And I'm loving it. And then particularly because it got me to connect with people like you.